Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sonic Unleashed Let's Play. Last time we left off, we were in Haleska, and we just did the daytime stage just to get the first half of the key. And now we have to go to Spagonia here and do Spagonia's first nighttime stage. And I think this is actually the longest stage that you're in for at least nighttime stages. At least I think so. Unless I spend another stage a little bit too long, but that's probably mostly because of exploration factors and not because I can't just beat the stage quickly. Because, I know I'm being a dead horse by saying this again and again, but folks, I will be, going out of my way looking for medals so I don't have to backtrack. But other than that, welcome to Spagonia's nighttime stage. I think it's called the Rooftop Run Nighttime. Yeah, Rooftop Run Night. That's what it's called. Yeah. We'll get a Rooftop Run daytime stage. Don't you worry. That's probably the most famous stage of this whole game. But right now we gotta do its crappy cousin, the nighttime stage, before we can get to the good stuff. So, Spagonia's nighttime stage is, in a big, humongous city. And there's a lot of exploration you have to do. Because as you can see, I'm breaking down those green doors. In those green doors, there is sun medals, moon medals, and all sorts of other goodies that you can get in these rooms here. I kind of pulled into my inner Jeff Goldblum there. It's and you and it's but enough about that. So there's a lot of exploration factor when it comes to this stage because you really want to go out of your way to look in all sorts of places when it comes to finding the sun and moon medals. If you really want to get all of them, you really have to go out of your way to explore the areas. Because I wouldn't say that the medals in this stage are cryptic, more like you have to go out of your way to get them. And not only that, you have to deal with all the Dark Gaia creatures and all the constantly fighting and platforming in here. This level at first is not very platform-esque. It does get really platform-esque when we get to the clock tower at the very end of the stage. But if you go over here, there's actually a sun medal right there. And yeah, like I said, you really have to explore all around the stage just for you to get any of the medals whatsoever. And there's a book up here. Don't really need it. It's concept art, but whatever. I guess since it's in my way, guess I'll get it. There's also these boxes here with, the explosion mark on them, and, it makes sense. You chuck it at an enemy, it'll explode, and it doesn't kill them instantly. Well, it kills the small ones instantly, but when it comes to the big Gaia monsters, or the robots that you can see, it takes off half their health. If you do have a humongous amount of enemies, surrounding you, I suggest, holding off those boxes and using them when they're all gathered in a big crowd. Because, like I said, anything to relieve tension and, just make the whole fighting sequence go by quicker because these things just tend to drag on for so long. And, all that shit. I do love the music that plays. Unfortunately, this is weird. For some reason, during nighttime stages, like, the music that plays, the regular nighttime music without the Werehog battle theme that you constantly hear every single time you fight a swarm of enemies, because even I do love the Werehog battle theme, but, once you hear it for, like, the 12th time, you're like, okay, I am so sick and tired of this damn theme. It's catchy, but it's so goddamn annoying. It just gets so repetitive after a while that, you just want to put a bullet through your head. I'm not kidding. You really do. And, as going back into the nighttime stage on music is that, sometimes the nighttime music, I don't know what's up with the sound direction, but sometimes you can barely hear it whatsoever. Then there's times when you go into certain areas of the stage where it's actually cranked up. It's like, why? Because there's no fighting going on? I don't know how they approach the whole sound direction, and I don't really know who was in charge of most of the sound direction in this game. I could probably do like a quick wiki search, but if I do that, then I'll fuck up doing my recording right now, so better not do that. We're just kicking and punching more enemies. Oh yeah, it's something we haven't done ever before. And suddenly, Eggman robots. And a switch. That's a switch that we need to hit, but first we gotta take care of these guys, because if you leave these guys be, they will take a humongous chunk of your health and you will die. I mean, you guys probably saw what happened in, Missouri's nighttime stage, if you remembered, so, leave no one alive. I mean, there's times where you can leave them alive. You don't technically have to kill them. It's mostly the people without the barrier, but see, these robots have a barrier, so, we have to kill them. This is actually the first level to introduce these new robots. These are robots that actually shoot at you. See, like that. If you leave the robots be in a distance, they'll take both their arms and turn into guns, and they will shoot at you. It's really annoying to have a projectile enemy in this type of gameplay, so make sure they're the guys you take out first out of anyone in the crowd. Like, say there's a crowd of blue robots, then there's that sharpshooter right there. Make sure to take him out, because he will be definitely annoying when he's shooting you from a far distance. I mean, seriously, who the hell thinks that a projectile enemy in this type of fighting gameplay is fun? It really isn't. It's more annoying. It's more, it pisses you off. Then again, that's probably what they're going for. But just, whatever the case may be, just try to take them out as fast as you can in the crowd, so that way you don't have to deal with them. But now we're introduced to another humongous dark Gaia creature. This is the Big Mother, I think, because the one we encounter in the Apatos nighttime stage was the Titan, and he always has the club. The Big Mother here, I don't know if it's a chick or not. Hence the name, you think it might be female, but I don't know, it could be male, but then again, all these Dark Gaia creatures could be genderless. But the Big Mother, what it does is it spins its arms and it's flexible, kind of like how Sonic's arms are flexible, so maybe that's kind of where Sonic gets his power to stretch his arms, maybe from that creature, maybe from its essence. I don't know, I'm thinking too much into this, but it's theories, it's theories. But it will spin its arms around and, try to get you, and, once you get its health down, you do the quick time event, and Sonic violently goes inside its belly, get in my belly, and, rips it apart from the inside and kills it. Very violent, this Sonic is. And yeah, if I remember, if you leave the Big Mother alone for a while, it will spawn smaller little enemies, those little Dark Gaia dog-looking creatures. It will eventually spawn those, and they're piss easy to kill, so there's no worries whatsoever when it comes to spawning more enemies, but just more enemies for you to kill. So try to kill Big Mother quick, and that's pretty much all I have to say about her or him, it, whatever. I don't care. It's annoying. It's tedious. Well, not so much tedious, but it gets in my way, so it has to die. It just has to die. Yeah, like I said, you really have to go around and look for a lot of things if you want to get all the Sun and Moon medals in one run. I don't think I get every single medal in this run, but I do get a lot of them. I think I get all the Sun medals, but not all the Moon medals. And the camera is screwing up with me, so I can't see what's on the other side here. Now I can. And there's my tasty Moon medal, my first Moon medal of the whole stage. I don't know if I'm missing any, but it doesn't matter. As long as I collect a lot of them, I don't have to do that much backtracking when it comes to it. Videotapes, yeah, I don't even have a VCR. It's all about DVDs, my boy, or Blu-ray, depending if Sonic could afford a Blu-ray. Then again, with all those rings you collect, hell, he must be enough to afford 2 Blu-rays. Yeah, see, like I talked about, there's these sharpshooters in a crowd. Make sure you take them out first, because they're going to be the most annoying, because, projectile enemies. If you learn from playing games like, Devil May Cry, or Kingdom Hearts, or No More Heroes, you know that sharpshooters are just the greatest enemies to have in this type of gameplay. I don't know why you have that hit combo thing. I mean, there is a achievement for like reaching 99 combos, but I think that's the only purpose to the hit combo thing. It's just for achievement. You don't get anything special out of it. Just an achievement. But I'm still going around exploring because, like I said, if you see these light green doors or they're light blue, I can't tell by the lighting, or maybe it's by video or something like that. And there was an explosive box on this roof. That's great. Could have used that, but oh well. Maybe next time. Maybe when I do this game for the Natural Born Gamers, I'll probably use that box. Hopefully. Depending on when I will ever get to this game, which will be a very long time from now. Then again, I'm actually surprised that I actually got this game recorded within 2 days. I was actually pretty flabbergasted. I thought it was going to take me longer than that, but 2 whole days of straight recording, I actually got this game done pretty quickly. But then again, it's like I said, I did some exploration. I went out of my way to go grab some medals because that's what stopped my my first attempt of this LP, you know, what I did on Funny Stuffy 1792, my old channel. It was just the exploration factor. I just didn't want to do it, but, you know, I had to force myself to do it in this run because I will never get anywhere, or the same thing will happen again. So I had to go out of my way to find all the medals. And not all the medals, but a lot of them. It's like it's like I said, like back in the Missouri Nighttime stage. It's what makes them think that this gimmick was good? It wasn't. It's tedious. It's unnecessary. It's reasons. It's because of gimmicks like this. Why I'm glad Sonic Colors is a stage-to-stage thing. Why I like Generations is a stage-to-stage thing. You know, I kind of like that. Because this will be, I think, the final time that they'll actually ever have a thing where you have to do something in order for you to progress through the stage. And I hate shit like that. I really do. I just want to go to the next stage. Simple as that. Now, if the game was like the very first of its series, and it had this type of exploration, then that's fine then, because, you know, the game was created for that reason, you know. For that, it was beginning at that gameplay, but Sonic has never been like that. It's always been a day-to-day, sorry, a stage-to-stage type of gameplay, not this crap. And we should be getting close to the clock tower soon. In fact, I think this is actually the entrance to the clock tower right now, and this will probably be the most platform-esque that you'll ever do in this stage, because, you know, we gotta have that. Gotta let you know that, hey, remember, Sonic is a platformer too, you know. We go over here. I think there's a moon medal over here. Yes, there is. Climb up there, and we encounter another big mother. We just chuck the box, and those explosive boxes don't really do that much to the big mothers whatsoever. So, you know, it works, you know, just to get their health down, like maybe about like not really 1/4, maybe like 1/6 or something like that. But, you know, anything you can to dumb down their health. Critical attack. I mean, God, Jesus. You know, this is actually the fun fact. This is actually the first Sonic game and the last Sonic game to actually have blood in it. I don't know if that when you hit them, those little purple shards you see going out their bodies, their blood. I'm not too sure. The only time I can ever think about encountering blood is at the very end, as you guys will probably see. For those who have played the game or have not played the game, you know, we'll just wait till then. And yep, here's the clock tower. This is the biggest platform-esque type of gameplay that we'll do in this area. So, you know, gotta climb up with these gears. These gears do not look like you can hang off of them, but you can. So, you know, no worries. And, you know, going back to that whole, I don't know if I actually went into discussion about this, but I heard that a lot of people had real troubles with, you know, how the little reticule comes up and, you know, you press the B button to, you know, grab onto it and everything. this is the level that everybody said they had the most trouble with the pressing the B button and, the game reacting to grabbing onto the edges and grabbing onto the poles and everything like that. And I am so lucky that I was able to grab onto any gear, or else I would have fallen and I would have to climb all the way back up to where I was again. So yeah. And thank God they put checkpoints up here too. I mean, if they did not put a single checkpoint up here, it wouldn't be possible. It would not be impossible, as I'm trying to say. But it would be very annoying. But everybody just had so much trouble with the grabbing mechanic in here, and frankly, I do have some trouble with it. But if you rapidly just tap the B button like crazy, you'll be perfectly fine. You'll have no troubles whatsoever. I think for people who just thinking that, when they see the ridicule, just quickly press the B button, they think they'll be fine, but nah. Frankly, to tell you the truth, just rapidly tap the B button. I think you'll be able to be just fine. If you still have problems while doing the thing I just told you guys to do, then I don't know. I don't have an explanation for it whatsoever. So yeah, I just have a humongous clock tower to climb up, and I'm getting real Castlevania vibes from this area. For all those Castlevania fans who know what I'm talking about. It's just your biggest enemy in here is, you can fall. Because you don't want to climb all the way to the top, or climb halfway, and then fall all the way down to the bottom. You don't want to do that. And in the meantime, also, if you see some medals, go grab them. A lot of them are easy to get. And this is where the climbing stops. At least for now, because we will be doing a little bit climbing right now. And by a little climbing right now is that I forgot to do something real quick. You gotta go onto the switch right here, and you gotta bring the clock hands to where they'll be straight. You gotta have the little hand on the 3 and the big hand on 9 there, so you can easily, walk across the ledge. And you gotta keep going until, it locks in place. Don't worry, it doesn't go any further than that. Just keep rotating the switch around and it'll lock in place. Just gotta keep shuffling down. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called shuffling. Yeah. I remember in the first part, or actually it wasn't the first part, it was the second part where, I was wondering what it was called, doing the thing I was doing. I think it's called shuffling. I'm not too sure. People, if you want to correct me, I give you full permission to do so. Because when it comes to this commentary and everything like that, sometimes I have brain farts when it comes to certain words. So, feel free to correct me if you want to. And this part always scares the hell out of me because, you got these guys and you're above, just moments from death. And as long as you just rapidly just tap that B button, just to perform your double jumps right, you'll be just fine when it comes to getting over to the other side. But folks, this is the end of the stage, and I'm trying to look around to see if there's any more medals I'm missing. I don't think I'm missing any medals. I think I'm just looking around. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So there's nothing really left to look for, so let's just get that half of the key and just get the hell out of here, because 17 minutes and 22 seconds, just way too damn long in a stage. I mean, seriously, this whole video is pretty much this stage here. God, I hate how Werehog stages are just so long. I know I keep saying that, but I just hate that they're so long. That's why I just don't like the Werehog gameplay whatsoever. They're just way too long, and they're not really fun. To those who think that it's fun, then by all means, more power to you, but I just don't like the Werehog stages. I don't get any... I'll get any... God, what's the best word I'm trying to think of? I don't get any enjoyment. I don't get any enjoyment out of them whatsoever. They're too long, they're tedious, they're boring, the whole fighting mechanic is just bland, it's just a humongous mess, and I'm glad they never do this ever again. Well, wait, I think Sonic of the Black Knight does it too. Fuck! But anywho, folks, Next part, we'll be continuing on, and hopefully we'll find another Gaia temple to restore another Chaos Emerald. So until then, I will see you guys later for part 8.